Hi, this is Tanya from Love Buddha Tarot, and this is back with the monthly reading for September for Aries. Now, I'm sorry these are late, and apologies, I'm doing them live again. Next week, next month, it will be better. I've just, there's so much going on, the new website, everything like that. So again, apologies, but the readings are here. So, Aries, what I just want to say is if anybody does want a personal reading with me, please click the link below. It's very easy to navigate. You click the link, it takes you straight. You put your details in, put your time zone in, and then it takes you through to payment. Okay, so it's all, and then you get emails and you get text messages and everything to remind you of when the reading is. And please note that it is on a 24-hour clock as well. Okay, hi Diane. Right, okay, Aries. Right, Ash, blue sky. Oh, thank you, blue sky. I didn't stay at home last night, and I came back, and everything today was just a little bit of a blur. So I'm doing these later than what I wanted, but it's a different time, so it might work for other people. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Liz. You're Aries, Liz, right? Hi, Kat. Yeah, everybody's coming in, so this is great. And please excuse me, I'm in my room today as well. There's a fan there. I can't get it out the road. The last readings I done yesterday, I did have to stick it on because it's so hot here. We've had it last night. We sat out and we sat out in thunderstorms. I was out till 3 o'clock this morning, just sitting under the shelter and the whole. It was like a light show. Honestly, it was absolutely fantastic, you know. So it's very heavy and humid, the energy today as well, you know. So I might have to put the fan on if it gets a little bit too hot. Okay, so I'm not going to speak too much because I know people complain when I do these on the monthlies. It's usually when I do the other lives, the new moon stuff, where I can actually speak a little bit more. You look lovely. Those colours are amazing. Hoping for some calm and energy. It's crazy anxious for me at the moment. Yeah, it's we have the Virgo moon. We had that last night. It's a very powerful moon. A lot of people think it's very gentle because they have the mistake that Virgo is very gentle, and it's not. Virgo is very practical, and it will show you what you need as well. And it's really a time of introspection, this new moon. And like I say, I did do a reading on it. If you haven't looked at that yet, you know, then go back and look at it rather than me actually having to say it again. Forget the ones that complain. Oh, it's hard to. They go on and on and on. They're like Duracell bullies. Yeah, Duracell bullies. That's a Freudian slip there, isn't it? But yeah, people don't get it. I mean, these videos are for free. You know, there's a lot of knowledge, there's a lot of answers come through and things like that, and people just don't get it. You know, there's an entitlement as well, you know. So yeah, you're so excited, Elizabeth. Right, okay, well, hopefully it's a good reading for you. Okay, so I'm going to start with the reading now, and as always, if I can actually speak. Sorry. Right, is that it? I'm gonna have to take a drink. Sorry about this. Now I'm gonna sneeze. See, this is why these need to be pre-recorded, because this is just not professional at all. There, you've heard my sneeze. I have the stupidest sneeze in the world, apparently. So right, okay, I'm going to compose myself here. Right, okay, Aries. So I'm going to go with what I'm picking up psychically, okay? And the first word that they give me was experience, okay? So I don't mean this is in experience as in, you know, what you've done and, you know, what you've been doing with your life, you know, what experience you've had. It's about experience, okay? I don't know where they're going with this, so please bear with me. So what this is saying is whatever you are going through at the moment, please don't take this personally, okay? Everything we encounter is an experience. And, you know, I believe that we signed a contract before we were born, you know, to experience what we needed to on this earth plane. And this is what they're talking about. Now, it is our mind that changes an experience from positive to negative. The other week, it was raining very heavily here, and I went into a local pub, and I said to the girl behind the counter, "Oh God, this rain." And she said, "Yeah, I know, it's amazing, isn't it? The land really needs it." And I just thought, wow, you know, I'd seen it as a negative thing, but to her, it was a hugely positive thing. So it was our perspective on it had actually changed the view of it. So that really, really made me think. And what I feel is coming in here, Aries, is there seems to be illusions, okay, or you are being dominated by illusions in some way. So it's almost like I feel some of you may be thinking somebody is out to get you, whether this is the universe or whatever, somebody has done you wrong, or something like that. There's this illusion where it's not actually truth. It's your perception of an experience that you need to experience in order to learn and grow. Does that make sense? That's the way they're saying it there. And I want to say here as well is they're saying to me here, if you focus on negative, you will never be at peace, okay? So it's being very careful about where your thoughts go and what words you say as well. They're talking about, I always say words or spells, that's why we call them spelling, and I've been joking the last couple of days about witchy stuff and things like that, but the real term of a witch is not, what people imagine with the pointed hats and, and broomsticks and stuff like that. It's a woman who was aligned with the earth, a woman who was aligned with Mother Nature, a woman who was a healer, like a medicine woman. That's what it was. But what they're saying here with spells is when we speak something, we create it, we make it reality. So you could have a thought in your head that is quite a negative thought about something. You then speak about it to somebody else, or you speak wrong about somebody or something to somebody else, and you create that. That person then may go on to tell somebody else or whatever. So you have set that ball rolling of something that probably isn't truth, it's your perception. And, that is then being put out into the world. And what we need to remember with any spells or anything like this, whatever we put out, the law of karma says we will get back tenfold, and so it's almost like if you are having horrible things happening in your life, or people being horrible to you, or you're experiencing things that are not making you feel good, then maybe look at your words, your thoughts, or whatever, and see how could you have created this, or how can you create a better experience for yourself? Does that make sense? Because it's almost like here they're talking about you being magic, okay? And we all are, magic exists. And it's, as Roald Dahl said, those that don't believe in it will never find it, okay? So you have to believe in magic, and you have to believe in your magic as well, okay? But like I say, you need to choose. Is your magic going to be white? Is it going to be gray? Is it going to be black? Your magic, white is the purest. It comes from love and intent. There is no badness with that. There is no negative connotations. Gray is a little bit, as we say, it's a gray area, we might do something for personal gain, or we might do something because we have a grudge or something like that. So we might, it might not be that nice when we do black. Black is when we, we're sending negative out there. And this is what you need to gauge with every thought and every word that you see. I hope this is making sense to some of you, because it's quite bizarre, this what it's saying. So what I am getting psychically here is it's basically whatever you're going through at the moment, okay, it is an experience. It's not done to hurt you. It's not personal to you. The universe isn't just wanting to kick you when you're down kind of thing. It's actually, it's something about the vibration or the energy that you are experiencing as well, or you are emitting. And this is where you can bring the balance in if you actually bring this back in to white light and love. Okay, so this is what we need. It's a simple thing. So I hope that makes sense to some of you. I'm going to go with your tarot reading now and see what we have. And I feel there's almost like, I don't know if there's an issue around a mother or a something like that. It's like a motherly nurturing energy here. And there seems to be a little bit of, I don't know, there's a little bit of tension around this. And it's kind of, yeah, I'm going to speak about work in a second. Jennifer it is speaking about that as well. This could actually be somebody at work, somebody, you know, of authority as well. And what this is saying is it's almost like you're feeling in limbo. You're feeling like you aren't in control of your life. Okay, somebody is controlling it as well. And it's almost like I feel like you feel like you're not part of something, or something has been taken away from you, or it's almost like you're the square peg. Like it's, I don't know, I feel like there's this little bit of what is it? It's kind of segregation. Okay, it's as if you're being left out in the cold, I feel. But what I'm seeing with this is you need to see this as an observer, because when you are out in the cold or when you feel isolated, this gives you time to think, and it takes you time to see the bigger picture as well. Okay, and this is what I feel you need to do. It's about stepping back and being an observer of your story. Okay, now we all have stories. Oh, the cat's just jumped all over the tarot cards. Come here, George. Sorry about this, George, you can't get past there. Come here. Ooh, there you go. So sorry about that. That was George wanting to say hello there. Our little heart's going like mad. Go on, you get out. Sorry about that. So yeah, so it's almost like this is taking you, yeah, you are going through a lot this year, Aries, but you know, there's a lot of signs are, and this is all about our growth. Are you ready to grow? Are you ready to step up and do it, you know? So this is saying here that when you are isolated or something, you can actually look at this and see this from a broader perspective. You're not in it. Take yourself out of it. When you're in it and you're thinking it's happening to you, this is your ego. Okay, when you're looking from your soul sees you interacting with this, and it just goes, that's interesting, you know. So your soul sees it as an experience, your ego sees it as something personal to you. And what they're saying here is this is trying to push you onto a life that is better for you, a new way of being, a new way of seeing. Okay, a place where you are coming from the heart, and whatever it is you are projecting or you are looking for or you are putting out into this world is coming from a loving place, because we only ever have two emotions really, which are love and fear, and every other emotion stems from them. When you're coming from a place of love, you know, there's no judgment, there's no, you know, anything like that, there's no fear. When we are coming from a place of fear, there is judgment, you know, there is judgment, there is fear, there is anger, there is resentment, you know, there's a lot of big, you know, quite damaging emotions can come up, because what they do is they're not damaging the person that we're, you know, what we think has wronged us or whatever like that. They're damaging us because it eats us up inside. And what they're saying is this is your lesson this month as well. And it's saying be very, very careful of your words, Aries, okay? Be very careful of how you speak them and what you say, because this is saying to me here that, you know, you need to, it's almost like be tight-lipped. If you, you know that saying, if you haven't got anything nice to say, then don't say nothing at all. And this is a strength, okay? Do not use your words to try and control a situation, to try and manipulate it or whatever, because if you're trying to manipulate something, that is not coming from a place of strength, okay? That is abuse and power. And what this is saying is, isn't it better when people do things for you because they want to, rather than they feel guilty, they feel they have to, you know, they feel that, you know, you'll be paid off if they don't, you know? So it's really look at, you know, what you are asking from others, what you are asking from yourself, what you are asking from the world as well, because it's almost like this being stuck it's not a nice place for you. You don't like it. You want things to get better, but it's almost like that little devil on your shoulder is telling you what to do. And then you're realizing, well, but hold on, that's making my world worse. So it's listen to that little angel, which is your soul. So this is where the battle is in. I feel some of you as well, there may be something that you do that is quite detrimental to you, that is coming from a place of fear, okay? And this is a big thing that is going to be highlighted this month. And like I say, it might slap you in the face because they're saying this is a lesson that you need to learn, okay? And they're saying, with this, you really need to start thinking differently, okay? Because the way your thoughts have been going, this is causing you to struggle, and it's really affecting your thinking. It's affecting your mind. And instead of segregating yourself, what you need to be doing is working with others here. Because if you're feeling out in the cold, or people have like decided, oh, okay, I don't want to be around you or anything like that, then you've got to take responsibility and look at the part you played in it. It might not be your fault. I'm not saying it is, but what I'm saying is we all must take responsibility for the part that we play in anything, and sometimes, if somebody is overtly negative, where there's, whenever you phone them, how you do, and oh God, I'm terrible. Sometimes when people have their own shit going on, they might look at the phone, they might think, you know what, I can't deal with that today because I've got my own stuff. Now, that's not personal to you. It's because they're going through their own crap, because everybody does. Don't know, is this making sense to you? So this is about you moving forward and saying, right, okay, I might be going through a shitty time. There's a lot of Aries have been, but it's like, you know what? I've got to get through it, and I'm going to get through it, and this is what it is saying to you, because once you do this, and once you start to be thankful for everything that's in your life, you'll start to see that the world starts to treat you better. Kind of it's saying here that it's up to you which type of world you inhabit, okay? So it's our thoughts. We are creating our future, every single day. And this is why we've got to be so careful about what we say and what we do as well. Now, I feel that a lot of you Aries, you need rest, okay? So I did see that somebody had wrote there that they were feeling depressed. Now, if we break depressed down, it's deep rest, okay? There is some situation where you're not feeling powerful, and this has been, it's almost like consuming you. So you need to let it go. You need to get your energy back. You need to get on a really good vibration as well, because it's almost like you've been blocking the healing yourself, because you've been carrying these burdens, or feeling responsible for other people, when if you've took their responsibilities on, then that's not the other people. If somebody says, oh, I'm going to carry them heavy bags, and somebody's going to go, yeah, no bother, and take them, but then you can't complain that you're carrying the heavy bags for them because you asked them to. Does that make sense? So it's almost like it's not up to you to take responsibility for everybody. You can do what you can, but that is enough. And if people don't like that, then that's their bad, and I feel there's some heartbreak, or there's some wounds around relationships as well here. And I feel that there's a disappointment, okay? There's a disappointment around this. There's like a heavy feeling. I'm feeling quite murky. I really feel like you're carrying a lot, Aries. This is it. I'm wanting to go like that with my shoulders. I'm wanting to, like sort of de-stress, if that makes sense. And what they're saying here is, hate is too heavy to carry, okay? And I feel with this, like I say, there's a disappointment around a relationship, but I feel within this relationship it was not balanced, okay? It wasn't 50-50. So either this was, you were not putting enough into it, or they weren't, okay? Like I say, we've got to own responsibility for everything we do, because if we choose to stay if it's bad, or whatever. So like I say, it's about owning your part in this. But I feel there's still quite a lot of confusion around this. And what I feel with this is it's time to let it go. Let go any resentments that you're feeling. let go anything that you've been hard done to, any words that were said within this, either to you or from you, that you'll keep going over and over in your head, and this is when you will come to your happiness. Okay. I feel there's communication here coming in. This could be communication you've been waiting for. I feel this could possibly be to do with an earth sign or with a water sign. Okay, so there's like a flurry of communication coming in the next 8 days. What's the date today? It's the 10th, so I feel around about the 18th. Okay, but it's almost like there's a stubbornness here. I don't know if this is you going to contact or they are, but there's almost like there's this stubbornness here where you're not wanting to see it. Now, this could be because you're kind of thinking, all right, I wasn't, I wasn't my best in that. So there could be a little bit of a, like, oh God, like I've got to own up or something, but it's own it. If you've done something, own it, be brave enough to do that. We've got to all own our stuff. But what they're saying is this resentment, this holding on to things is really what is keeping you from having fun. And this is what needs work on. Now, this month is a very big work, okay? And when I say work, I don't mean, the place where you go, where you get paid. This is about work on yourself, okay? Like I say, we have the Virgo moon. It's all about introspection. It's about going inward and seeing where we can make changes, okay? We cannot change anybody else. We cannot change our environment, or the way other people are, but we can change us, and it's almost like, was it Gandhi said, be the change you want to see in the world. So this is what I'm saying. It's stepping up, coming from a place of love, coming from a place of lightness as well, keeping your heart light, not heavy. And I feel there's an element of mistrust here. And it's almost like, I don't know where this mistrust is. I think this could be that you're not trusting yourself to do the work, or, you're not trusting that the work can actually change this. But what they're saying is it can, and if you want closure, then you have to own your karma. They're saying, okay, there is love coming here, or there is love there, but it's almost like you need to make a decision. Or some of you may have lost what you thought was love as well. Okay, so again, with this, it's like, right, okay, what did I do? It might not have been you that ended it, might not have been you that caused it, but this is saying, what did I do? I was talking to somebody, it's been coming up a lot the other day. I just haven't had time to do it. And I was talking to somebody, oh, thank you, Haley, that's much appreciated. And it's almost like saying here, go back and review your exes as well. Look at them as an outsider. Look at the situation from an outsider. Look at things you could have done differently, and then let them go. That's it, because we can learn from everything. Every relationship we have is a teacher, whether it's good or bad. Like I said before, it's just about experience. So we put the negative or the positive on it. One of my worst relationships I ever had, was for a long, long time. And, I looked on it in a very, it was, oh God, that was a horrible, horrible time for me. But when I look at it now, it was where I learned the most about myself. And I looked, and just the other week, I actually spoke to the higher self of this person and said, you know what, thank you, because this last 14, 15 years since, I got out of that, I have done nothing but just progress and progress and progress. Had this person not been, not suited to me, that's the best way I'll say, I would have probably stayed and persevered. So it was like, I thanked it. I thanked the higher self of this person, because without the pain and the trauma, I would not be where I am now. Okay, so can you see what I'm saying there with this experience? We see it as bad, but sometimes it can actually be our greatest teacher and lead us on to, where we are happiness. So it's changing your perspective, changing how you see things, going in with an open heart. And, this is not going to happen overnight. We need to learn. It's a habit. we have developed habits, you know, in our thought pattern, and this, a lot of it can be conditioning and things like that. So we need to go back and we need to reroute. Okay, that's what we need to do. So it's almost like putting a stop sign up and saying, no, you've got to go another way, diversion, you know. So you divert it and go down the positive path rather than the negative, and you will find you get to your destination quicker, easier, and it'll be more pleasurable when you get there. Okay, so this is it. It's changes. There's been a lot of changes in for people here, you know, and I really feel this is about you looking long term as well. Okay, because at the moment, some of you, it's almost like you're not allowing yourself to look long term, you know, saying, oh God, you know, the past's been that bad, what I don't know what's to come, you know. But this is saying, again, it's talking about the magic here and saying there's so much possibilities for you, but you need to cut through these illusions that you're having, the way you're seeing the world. See it in a different way, and you will see the world, it changes. Okay, by looking at the world in a different way, you will see that it does actually change. And what they're saying here is, you know, if you come from a loving place, if you come from true emotions, if you speak these emotions and speak only from a place of love, okay, say only things that are true, that are helpful, inspiring, necessary, and kind. Okay, the word think, if you look it down like that, if you say that, you will see that people who have had resistance up against you will actually start to treat you in a different way. Okay, it's fantastic how it happens. It really, really does. So it's about letting these old thought patterns that were stemmed in the past go. If you need to make peace with your past or anybody in your past, then do it, because it will free you. And this is saying this is a new way of being, you know. This is when you can actually start to feel pleasure and start to feel, you know, like alive again as well, and start to feel powerful. Because, like I say, when we're coming from a negative place, what happens there is we are leaking power, and we might be focusing on that situation or that experience or that person that we feel has wronged us or whatever. But all we are doing is keeping that power there. We're leaking power to them, you know, we're making them more powerful, you know, by doing this. So this is free yourself from worries, free yourself from resentment, free yourself from negative thinking, and you will free yourself into this whole new fantastic beginning, and you will free yourself from anxiety and sleepless nights as well. Okay, so I'm just going to pull a spirit card. I hope that made sense. Oh, that one pulled came flying out, didn't it? They always fly out, these ones. Right, okay. And this card is soulmate, okay? And it says love, partnership, magnetic attraction between two people, a union. You discover a deep sense of self through a relationship with another. Now, a soulmate, I don't often talk about soulmates because, like I say, people get the wrong idea. But a soulmate is somebody who comes to teach us a lesson, okay? We often, when we meet soulmates, we already have karma with them, okay? Because we've been with them before. So it's almost like bringing up old baggage, you know, bringing up old stuff. So we will meet a soulmate, we will feel that connection. It will often be very, very deep, and it can often be very, very painful as well, you know? And what this is saying is a soulmate is here to teach us, okay? To be a teacher. And until we learn that lesson, we will continue to have pain, okay? So this is saying here, somebody has been in your life or will come into your life that is going to teach you a big lesson, okay? This could, I feel, yes, it is definitely, this is coming in the form of a relationship, okay? It might be a relationship that's already broke down. It might be a one that's to come. But there is something that this is trying to alert to you, okay? So you can change the way you are. Now, I'm not just saying it's your fault. I'm not saying that at all, Aries. But what I'm saying is this is your reading and this is the message that's coming through. Okay, so remember, you only take responsibility for yourself as well, you know, and your part you played in stuff. So this is about learning the lesson, finding this deep connection, rather than if you have met a soulmate and that soulmate is no longer around, you know, if you're holding resentment for them, maybe look at it and see what they taught you. You know, see why they were important in your life, because I do feel that they were, you know. And like I say, you know, if you're going to make peace with your past, then do it in your way. You can do this with the higher self. You can contact them if you want. You can, you know, you can just write a letter and not even send it. You know, you can do whatever you need to do, but you need to make peace, okay? Because that is when you will get peace. So I hope that makes sense. That's gone on a lot longer than what I thought, but the messages were pretty strong there. Please let me know if it did make sense to you. And like I say, you know, we can all, it doesn't matter whether this is Aries or whatever, you know, I think that was quite insightful, and I think we can all learn a lot from that as well. So like I say, I hope that made sense. Please let me know. And if anybody would like a personal reading with me, please click the link below, and then I can look at your specific situation. These are just general readings, okay? So it's not, this isn't all about you. You know, if you want me to look into your energy and your situation, the only way I can do that is by personally tuning into you, okay? So I hope that makes sense. It's been lovely to see you, Aries. And like I say, thank you for being there when I've done this live. If you do like these videos, please subscribe if you haven't already, and please share them with your friends. It does help. Okay, so have a fantastic September, Aries. Satnam.